Hello and welcome to the Sunbirdcrochet podcast. My name is Claudia and I'm coming to you from Germany. Today is Saturday, the 29th of March 2025. And it's been a while. There are no excuses. Today I have for you one finished object and one whip. Both are crochet. And then I have to talk about, what did I write down? Yes, our crochet along. And then a new pattern by Martha Mitchell, which I bought and I intend to make soon. And then some podcast admin, or rather some Ravelry news and social media. And also a new knitalong made by Aline. And yeah, just chatting and taking you along to some of my recent trips to zoos and places around here. I hope you'll enjoy. So let's start with my finished object, which is the Ballerina cardigan, a pattern by knitalong. Yes, I forced myself to get off Sleeve Island and it's finished. Let me hold it up for you. Done. It has 2 arms or sleeves. I have 2 arms. The cardigan has 2 sleeves. And it has a lovely crochet pattern right here. A yoke pattern. I put on the toggle buttons. Thank you for letting me know what it's called in English. And yes, I'm very pleased with the cardigan. I'm not putting it on right now because it's very hot today. There isn't much I can talk about regarding the cardigan, except that I'm really pleased how it worked out and I am wearing it quite often already. And I'm loving it. It's quite heavy, especially the sleeves, because the sleeves have this pattern here with the front post, back post stitches to create a ribbing. That gives it like a double strength and weight, but it's fine. It will stretch a little bit, I suppose, but not too much. That's the Ballerina cardigan. And I'm going to enter this one into the garment crochet along, which I'm running at the moment, and the prize will be drawn at the 1st of May. Obviously, I'm not going to give myself a prize, so I'm just like entering for fun. And you can join if you want to. You can make a pattern by knitalong, or maybe a pattern by Sweet Crochet Dreams, who's Mariana Müller, or any other top or garment you would like to make. And I had been wondering what to tell you where you could post your photos, your whips and FO photos, and I decided to open a Ravelry group. I wrote it down. It's called Sunbird-Crochet-Friends, and you can find it if you search for groups. At the moment, I'm the only member of this group, but please feel free to join, and please feel free to post your whips and FO photos in the topics. There are 3 topics. One is an introduction topic, one is a chat and whip photo chat topic, and the other one is the FO. You could also post your finished objects on Instagram. I'm Sunbirdcrochet on Instagram, so please make sure to tag me there so that I can actually see your entry for this crochet along. And you could also post it on Blue Sky. I'm also Sunbirdcrochet on Blue Sky. Yeah, so these are the 3 ways how to show me your photos. Or if you have any other way you want to send me your photo, then please let me know. And there's always my email address. I'm going to post it at the end of this video. Now, back to my current projects. I've finished the Ballerina cardigan, as I said, and I've bought 2 more of her patterns. One is the Raina top and the other one is called Clara. And I might start one or the other, I'm not sure. I've also still got the Triad Waves top, a pattern by Mariana Müller, Sweet Crochet Dreams. And this is really beautiful and it's really high up my to make queue. And then you always get these new patterns and inspirations which have a tendency to sneak into your plans. And one of those is Martha Mitchell's new design. It's the River Never Sleeps cowl. I've bought it and I've made a print out of this project. I printed it out in black and white. So imagine that her cowl is lovely turquoise and sea green. And I really like this. The pattern reminds me of a shawl I made not too long ago, a pattern by Sweet Crochet Dreams as well. But this is different. This is a cowl and you can twist it and it's worked so that you have all your yarn ends inside. You don't have to weave in the ends as much as with other projects. And I can't wait to start this. I will let you know how I will get along with the pattern. I'm sure it's fine. Martha is a very trustworthy designer and she's also my friend. So I'm really excited about this. If you are subscribed to her newsletter, then you got a discount code. I'm not sure if it's still running or it's still valid, but basically you got a reduced price for the pattern, which is always a nice treat. So thank you, Martha. I've made use of my code for this purchase. So that's that. What else? I've made notes for this episode because I wanted to be a little bit more organized. But that also means that I have to look down and read what I wrote down. So what else? Oh, there's still the Shelly sweater pattern, which I bought. It's a pattern by Pepper Goose, and it's still in my queue. I think it's not going to be made before one of the other tops, which I've already mentioned. Talking about alongs, I have put together a project bag and 5 skeins of yarn because Jalin, who is Made by Jalin, the Lekker podcast, she has started another Vertices Unite shawl make-along, and it's a WhatsApp group as well. Last time I started it and then I ripped it all out again, and this time I intend to go through with it, however long it will take. Now, I left the bag over there. Hang on a second. Okay, back. Now, the Vertices Unite shawl is a pattern by Stephen West, a knitting pattern. I'm sure you know it. It looks like this. And it's a huge shawl. You can also make a smaller version, but I intend to make the big one. Yeah, why not? And my project is in my Protea bag by Aubergine's Creations, a German maker selling on Etsy. And the yarns which I've chosen are as follows. I'm starting with my very special 34 euro per skein shiny silk yarn from Munich Knits. Or this is where I bought it. The actual dyer was from is Nina hand-dyed yarn, and she is from doesn't say where she comes from, but she has hashtag Nina hand-dyed yarns. I suppose you can find her on Instagram as well. This base is called Stardust and the colorway is called Siren. It's 69% mulberry silk, 22% kid mohair, 9% polyamide, and it's 350 meters per 100 gram. So there you go. This is my beautiful skein which I bought at Munich Knits, and this is her. This is the label. It's a little fairy. I'm combining this with this color. It's quite neutral, and I believe this is a punk rock unicorn yarn. Either that or it's a... I think it is a punk rock unicorn yarn. And then I will also use this lovely color and this lovely color. This is from L'Hélène d'Ursula, Teinte à la main en France. So this was from a Etsy seller from France. Really love it. Very intense color. And then I also got from Marianti Yarns a lighter blue. So this will be a blue color. If I need another color, I might add a dark gray. I will see. At the moment, this is what I'm at. Let me not lose what I've done. So this is the one side. Not very far yet, hey? It's shiny because of this mulberry silk luxury yarn. Really love it. I don't know why it's a little bit skeef, so like warped. Probably a tension issue. But once I will pick up stitches on one side, I hope that this will be remedied. And if not, I can still block it into shape. So this is what I'm at. I'm using Knit Pro needles, 3.5 millimeter. I have no idea how long the cord is, but yeah, I had those in reach, so I'm using those. So this is the knit-along I'm making at the moment, or I've started making, and who knows? This will probably take a long time. Now, what else? Yeah, there are no news on my Victoria throw, because there is another throw which I'm making, which has completely taken over my time, and that's the Mison Joy blanket. It's a pattern by Susan's Family on Ravelry. The designer is from Asia, I believe. And the pattern is full of charts. There are also definitions in English, but the other, well, half is in English, half is in, I believe it's Chinese. Don't kill me if it's not Chinese, but I can't read it. That's the basic fact. But I can follow the charts, charts in the pattern, and that's good enough for me. I would say that you have to be an experienced crocheter to be able to follow this pattern, but it's fun enough and it's looking really beautiful. I am a little bit creative in between when I'm not sure about what the pattern means or what the designer wants me to do. So I just have a look on the photo of the finished blanket, and I think I can make up, or I can figure out what she wants me to do or how I can achieve certain looks. So this is what I'm at. this is what I've made so far. You begin in the center, that's a flower or a star, depending how you look at it. And there are popcorns, and then the round turns into a square, and I'm now working on the border. And I am adding at the moment here these chains, and I will work into these more of puff stitches or popcorns. I'm not sure, I haven't looked ahead, but yeah, this is quite textured and fun half balls, so to say, and I really love the look of it. Now these colors here, this yarn, this yarn, this yarn, that's all Stylecraft Special DK, and this yarn here, that's a little bit more fluffy, and that's Drops Air, possibly. It's a little bit more fluffy and more woolly, whereas this is 100% acrylic. I'm loving this so much. I haven't woven in any ends, so let me show you what the back looks like of this blanket. You see all the chains where you want to get to the next position to be able to make the pattern on the front, but it doesn't look too ugly on the back compared to the front. I think that's really pretty. I am in love with this light color, that's duck egg blue, my favorite color ever when it comes to Stylecraft Special DK. I've also bought some of the new colors. They released new colors made for or themed for the UK. Amongst others, there's a North Sea color, which is this darker blue here, that's North Sea. And then there is also a mushroom color, which I thought would work fine, but it doesn't. It's a much more purple grayish color, more like here in the background. So I will make another, probably the Tudor Rose blanket by the same designer. But first I want to finish this one. Lots of fun. Highly recommend. She also has lots of free patterns. This one was a paid for pattern, but if you are on her website, you see all the numerous crochet patterns which are actually for free. You just have to put them into your cart, and when you check out, and it's a zero when it comes to the pattern price. So there you go. Love, love, love. I'm still feeling a little bit offish about social media at the moment. I feel reluctant to pay a monthly fee to Amazon, to Netflix and all these major US-based companies, as well as using anything Meta. It feels like supporting autocrats. But this is not a political podcast. So I will just let you know that I have opened a Blue Sky account, which is similar to Instagram. There's also Flash for Blue Sky. That's another app which you can download, and it has almost the same look even as Instagram. But you can choose what you really want to see. There are starter packs, and I already found quite a lot of well-known yarny friends there. I suppose I'm not the only one being a little bit fed up with social media, but not with social media as such, but with a certain kind of social media. Let me say it like this. So I was very pleased when I saw that Faye DH Designs, who used to run the Crochet Circle podcast, has started to upload videos again. She is now calling them Brew from the Bothy. She is sending, or she's streaming videos from her new garden shed, basically. It used to be the Bothy. And she completely renovated it, and it's now her art studio, or her crochet studio and design studio. So once every 2 weeks, bi-weekly, she is sending a live stream, and it's at a time when I'm still working, so I can't follow her the live version, but I can watch the re-live, so to say. And I was really happy to see that, because I was missing the group of people I met through watching her podcast. And she has also started a Blue Sky account. That's what I wanted to say. And she's not the only one. Let me tell you who else I have connected with again on Blue Sky. So there is not only Faye DH Designs and myself, of course, but there is also Claudia, who is Crochet Luna. There's Sandra, who is Cherry Hearts. And I'm very happy that Trina and Roxanne are also there, good friends from the Crochet Clan times. And there's my yarny friend Carol. And then you have a well-known designers and podcasters like Christine Lehrer, who is Woolenvine, Tanis Laverly, Drea Renee Knits, who's Andrea Maury, Vesuvius Crafts, who's Vincent, and then there's Anna Johanna, a knitting designer, Boyland Knitworks, Isabel Kramer, Les Garçons, Max the Knitter, Ailey, who is the thoughtful knitter, Arne and Carlos, John Arben Textiles, River Knits, Katie Greenbean, Patty Lines, and many, many more. So this is a place which you can try out for free if you want to. Yeah, my current other ways to escape the craziness of what's happening around the world is listening to audiobooks, and I'm watching lots of episodes of Escape to the Country. If you don't know that, that's a British series of people who want to move from cities back to the country, or for the first time to the country. And the show presenters are showing them free houses, and they can either choose between the free and buy it, or make a what's it called? The way you buy a house in Britain seems to be different than, for instance, here in Germany. You seem to have to put in an offer in excess of X amount, and then the seller can choose if they want to sell or not, which is strange to me. What if there's someone else who's just bidding higher and you don't know about it, but you would actually bid higher as yourself? So it's a little bit strange, but that's not why I'm buying it. That's not why I'm watching it. I'm watching it because I want to see all these beautiful country homes and houses, and they're also telling a little bit about the towns and villages and natural sceneries around the places where they're going. So that's really something I enjoy, and that's my escapism. Apart from audiobooks. Yes. So that's really everything I can tell you about my crochet projects. We had the Ballerina cardigan, FO, and my beautiful Mison Joy blanket. And then let me show you some incoming. How about that? But before I show you that, I want to show you where I've been today. Today I've been in Zorns, and Zorns is a medieval town north of Cologne on the left side of the River Rhine. If you look on the map, on the left side of the River Rhine is France as well, and on the right side is most part of Germany, you know. So Zons, that's what it's spelled like. I picked up the brochure of a place in English so that I can tell you a little bit about it. There's a map. So up here you have Düsseldorf somewhere, and the airport, and in the south would be Cologne, and then in the middle is Dormagen with Zons. So let me tell you a little bit about Zons, and I will show you at the same time scenes of what I saw today. And one of the most cute things I saw, apart from the cat, okay, was someone had put outside a building which was built in 1310. They had put a stuffed dead hare in a knight's armor, and on top of his lance he had a carrot. So look out for that one. Okay, without further ado, let me read you a little bit about Zons. Located on the left bank of the river Rhine, between Cologne and Düsseldorf, just off the motorway A57 and the country road B9, the medieval fortification and town of Zons has remained almost unchanged. The first settlement dates back to the Stone Age, and archaeological findings prove that the Romans, traveling north alongside the left bank of the Rhine, must have settled here shortly before continuing on to conquer the Netherlands and Britain. The name of the town is probably of Celtic origin, with variations such as Sontium, Zunotsu, and Zunitsu. Zons was first mentioned in documents of the 7th century when Archbishop Cunibert, 623 to 663, had laid down in his will that once a year the fishery belonging to the archbishopric had to deliver to the Cologne Lupus Brotherhood either 13 salmon or 6 denarii. The estate of Zons was extended in the 13th century and became a fortification to secure the rights of Archbishop Konrad I von Hochstaden, 1236 to 1261. After the Battle of Worringen in 1288, the Archbishop Siegfried von Westerburg, 1274 to 1297, was defeated. The fortification was pulled down by the victorious citizens of Cologne, and the brickwork was used to repair their damaged city walls. For political, economic, and geographical reasons, Archbishop Friedrich III von Saarweden, 1370 to 1414, ordered that the Rhine toll should be taken in Zons instead of Neuss near Düsseldorf. As a result of the change, the Archbishop built Burg Friedestrom for defense and fortification. On December 20th, 1373, the village of Zons was declared a town. For safety and to secure his rights, he made the citizens build a defensive wall around the town, with gates, towers, and a moat for protection. This ensured the Archbishop's safety during his numerous feuds, especially against the Counts of Berg. Little note here, the Counts of Berg are actually were the people running the places around where I live. So basically I was in enemy's territory. Burg Friedestrom was meant to be a small residence to guarantee absolute independence outside the wall of Cologne. Significantly, the little residence provided him with the main part of his revenue, namely the Rhine toll. This was the beginning of the town's prosperous period, despite some hard times for the rest of the region, which lasted until the 18th century when the Rhine toll was abolished. Zons had been involved in numerous quarrels and feuds like the Burgundian War 1474-75, the Cologne War 1582-1589, the dispute between the clergy and the Archbishop Gerhard II, the 30 Years' War 1618 to 1648, and the raiding wars of Ludwig XIV 1688 to 1697. During the 30 Years' War, the Hessians besieged Zons several times in 1646 and occupied Neuss, and although they fired 671 cannonballs onto Burg Friedestrom, they were not able to capture Zons. Until Napoleon's troops marched into the town in 1794, Zons had never been captured, not even by armies equipped with considerable artillery. The town was devastated by fire in 1464, 1547, and 1620, and in the following decades many people died of a plague, 1623, 1635, and 1666. In 1784, Zons experienced its greatest flood disaster, as seen on the house number 20 Rheinstraße and on the turret next to it. I actually had a look at that, and that was like 3 times above my head, 3 times my height above my head. So I would have drowned in the street. Several floods followed until finally in 1929 a new dike was built for protection. Despite sieges, bombardments, fires, and flood disasters, Zons remains complete with its wealth of gates, towers, walls, and moat. It is the best-kept example of a fortified medieval town on the Never Rhine. And then it goes on with a tour around and through Zons. There's a mill, which I actually saw. That was in use until 1907, and I had put it in the video. Maybe you've already seen it. I don't know how long the video will be. Maybe I'm babbling on already too long. Who knows? There's the South Gate and the Rhine Street where we walked along. And there's also an open-air theater today and, yeah, a museum. Yeah, so just a few things I wanted to share with you, and I hope you enjoyed that. And without further ado, let me show you what I've bought recently. Incoming. Okay, the biggest thing which arrived is a purchase from an Etsy seller called Rosenresli. She's also on Instagram as Rosenresli, and she has made she's making many emotional support chickens, and I couldn't resist when I saw this beautiful lady here. Isn't she gorgeous? She doesn't have a name yet. Maybe you want to help me? Just for size comparison, you know, I've bought another chicken beforehand, which is called Henrike, and Henrike is about that size compared to the new one. So this is like a bantam, and that's a house chicken, I suppose. I don't know yet what her name will be. Henrike doesn't know yet either, but they will get along, won't they? And then I bought also some sewn beauties from different makers, like this bird, which is absolutely gorgeous. I've bought 3 of those, and they will go on a nice cherry twig, or maybe forsythia, a branch which will have flowers on it, and these ornaments here, as well as little bunnies. I got them in different fabrics. There you go. I don't know why there is a shadow, but you see what I mean. And then I've also got 2 geese. 1 and 2. And a lovely little chicken. I also got a keychain ring with a cat, but that's already gifted to my sister. And I had a little heart which I gifted to my mother. And one last ornament is a cat. I really love it. Beautiful fabric, and imagine this below the branch and then the little birds above its head. I think it will be gorgeous. So that's everything from me. I will show you at the end of this video a few scenes from my visit to the zoo in Cologne, and also there will be, if you still are not tired of it, there will be another little video of my visit to a petting zoo in Herford, because I was visiting my relatives. My aunt had celebrated her 75th birthday recently, and so I've been in Herford on a visit, and that is really then everything. Lots of tours and trips, I hope you don't mind too much, and not so many crochet items, but I'm working on it. I'm just taking my time. I'm taking it slow these days. Also because I still have shoulder problems. My right shoulder is aching constantly these days. Not just because of the crocheting and knitting, but also because of my work. I'm working at a computer and I'm always working with a mouse. I always have my shoulder up, and yeah, I don't know. I'm getting old. But let's just say we move on, we don't give up, and we are enjoying all the beautiful things along the way. And with that, I hope that you are enjoying your weekend, and I will talk to you soon again. Although that said, what's soon? Soon is relative. It took me now a month, and it might take me another month, but I will be there again, and at the latest we will draw the giveaway prize of a crochet along on the 1st of May. Keep well, keep safe, and I'm going to talk to you soon. Bye.
Guck, willst du noch mal schnuppern?
Ja.
Kann ich auch.
Ganz weich.
Hallo.
Du bist so weich. So weich.
Guck mal, pass auf, jetzt gleich. Und wieder zurück und Kopf wieder durch.
Geschickt.
Ich will auch unbedingt den Schaf oder so. Ganz warm. Ganz warm. Immer.
Schmusebacken, ihr. Richtige Schmusebacken. Hm? Ja. Hm?
Kannst du es nicht trennen, was?
Nein, das ist ja nur Schmusen, ohne Futter. Hm?